You're listening to KZOM, Oleander Public Radio.
You weren't meant for silence. Find your sound, new or used, or something in between at reverb.com. The noise you were born to make is waiting. Me personally, I've never made jambalaya. Well, that's not true. I made jambalaya a few times, and hey everyone, welcome to People's Guide to the Cthulhu Mythos. I made jambalaya a few times in culinary school, but anyway. Aunt Laura was just telling us about her Christmas and what she did, and she had jambalaya, real Southern jambalaya with friends. It was chicken and sausage, and it was soupy. Dave double-checked to make sure it was authentic. But I know the people who made the jambalaya because of social media, so and I would guess that it's real Southern jambalaya. Everyone,
yeah.
And there was no shrimp because someone didn't want shrimp. So there you go.
The cook didn't want shrimp, so
jambalaya was my go-to potluck. And hey, I want to date you. Come over to my house and I'll feed you. Food right out of college.
All right. We're not talking about jambalaya. We're not talking about shrimp today. We're talking about a big plant, and we're talking about a big misunderstanding. So.
And two people I bet have eaten a fair amount of jambalaya.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. They're Dale and Tucker seem more like. I mean, I know it was filmed in West Virginia, so I just assumed they were West Virginian, and I don't know if jambalaya is a thing up in West Virginia.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably red beans and rice people.
Yeah. Definitely. Anyhow, hello everyone. My name's D.B. Spitzer. I'm one of the many hosts for People's Guide to the Cthulhu Mythos. To my virtual right, of course, is Aunt Gore.
Hi.
And, of course, Farmer Dave, David Heath. Dave, how's it going?
I am well, and this the last day of 2025 in the year of our Lord.
Yeah.
I told my therapist at the beginning, 2025 is going to be the worst year ever. And that's optimistic because everything afterwards is going to get better. And it wasn't as bad as I was afraid it would be.
Yeah.
It was and it wasn't. It was worse in some ways, but like not quite as bad in other ways. Yeah. I really don't have much to say about 2025. I just hope next year is better for everyone.
That's what I hope every year. Well, I forgot to do that in 2020, and look what happened. But Anyway.
Oh.
I hope everyone's doing well out there. I hope you're enjoying your bus ride, or cleaning the house, or doing your job, or just hanging out at work, or putting together Warhammer stuff, or a model, or a toy, or whatever you're doing out there. I hope you're having a good day. I hope your commute's going well. I hope your travel is traveling along. If you're stuck somewhere, I'm really sorry. My heart goes out to you. I've been stuck places before, and it's no fun. And we just hope that you're doing well, and we're going to try and get you on your way as we all move through space via sound. So today we are talking about Vulthoom by Clark Ashton Smith, the final part of his Mars trilogy. And it's today it feels kind of like somewhere between with Vulthoom. It's somewhere between Who's That Pokemon and like who's related to who in the Cthulhu mythos. But we get to talk.
Clark Ashton Smith loved his family trees.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. And it's like this person's related to this person. That we'll talk about that later. But yeah, and then for our movie, we are talking about, I believe it's called Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. No. In my head, I conflated this with another movie, and yeah, I'll talk about that later.
Oh.
But,
Tucker and Dale versus Chaotic Neutral?
No. I'll talk about it in a bit. Yeah, no. So let's first talk about Vulthoom. Dave, can you start us off on this?
It is a short story by Clark Ashton Smith. It was published in 1935, and as you said, it's the last of his Mars stories, which, last of the three, like Aliens, it's kind of, is it sci-fi or horror? I mean, like Alien, the original one?
Yeah.
I would say it's a horror story in a sci-fi setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your mileage may vary.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's about some guys who meet Mars's equivalent of Satan, and most humans don't believe it's real, and they find out that it's totally true and totally feared by the locals, and came to Mars a long time ago. And this kind of stuff reminds me of Clark Ashton Smith writing about like Tsathoggua, how Tsathoggua is actually a refugee from Saturn, escaping his uncle's cannibalistic tendencies, and that's why he exists now on Earth, where his people, drank out of the molten rivers of lava on Saturn, and just this kind of crazy kind of like, I don't know, almost like if there's ultra-terrestrials everywhere, this is what they're like and stuff, and or great old ones. If there's great old ones somewhere, they're living their best life on these other planets and like kind of exiled to Earth. It's just kind of it's like it's not even lava everywhere, and there's like barely any like sulfur that I can breathe. And what is up with this place?
And even Cthulhu is from another planet. He travels to Earth, so this is actually pretty common among the mythos that the creatures come from somewhere else, or at least the great old ones,
Sure. Yeah.
Nyarlathotep and Sog-Sagoth, they're from other dimensions,
Sure.
from everywhere at once, but the more material ones come here.
Yeah. So we've talked about this in the past, definitely, for sure, about like the outer gods and the elder gods. There's differences between them, and there's the great old ones who aren't really gods at all, but and that's like Cthulhu and Tsathoggua and Hastur and Gizgath, but things like Tsathoggua, not Tsathoggua, things like Shub-Niggurath and Yog-Sothoth are considered outer gods. And then, of course, there is Azathoth, who is kind of like the top of the pyramid for like outer.
He is the definer and creator of reality, as we understand it.
I don't know if we've gone over this lately at all, but just for everyone out there.
I'm not someone, thank you.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like sometimes I can't remember if we've gone over like this. And Clark Ashton Smith has created things that show who's related to who based off of Azathoth. And Yog-Sothoth is one family line, and like Cthulhu master are cousins, and Sithagwa is like a great-grandson to Azathoth.
And to be honest, Lovecraft started it,
Yeah.
and Smith said, "Hold my California IPA,"
Yeah.
and went to town on it.
I need to look at like a visual family tree
it's fun.
sometime.
I'll put one up. Yeah, I'll put one up. It's
Yeah,
fun.
it started, and we're kind of a divergent here, but I think it started kind of as an in-joke by
Yeah.
Lovecraft.
Yeah.
And everybody was ha ha ha, and Smith just loved it and just kept going. I don't know, Derleth was kind of split on it, but yeah, he loved this idea that that they were a family.
Yeah.
That humans were basically, humans are basically the hillbillies in the wood, and the murderous mutant
That's fair.
hillbillies are, the great old ones. I don't know that alligator, but it's the same thing. He loved the idea that they were this twisted, evil family.
Yeah.
Might have something to do with the fact that I don't think he gets married and starts his own family until he's like in his 40s and 50s.
I always felt it was like kind of like it's more like a pantheon kind of thing is what it felt like to me, like kind of like his own like Roman pantheon, how like this character or this god is related to this god and this god and this god, and all of these gods are descended from this god here and this goddess, and like and you kind of get that with like Clark Ashton Smith's like family tree, or it may have started that way with like what Lovecraft was doing with his kind of like, oh, these are like my Roman gods, but they're twisted and weird. Yeah.
I just have a tendency to make all weird things Freudian.
Sure. Oh yeah. No. But yeah, that's always been my take on it. But yeah, no. Vulthoom as a creature is definitely considered, according to Unaussprechlichen Kulten, which, what is that? Is that Clark Ashton Smith? Or no, that's...
No, I believe that's Derleth's book.
Is it?
But they all borrowed from each other.
Oh, okay. Oh, Robert E. Howard.
Yeah, I would say that's Howard's.
Yeah, Children of the Night is...
Unspeakable Cults is Howard's.
Yeah, it's originally from Children of the Night. Yeah. But, yeah. It's a Brackmock Morn story, I think.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Unspeakable Cults is Howard's. To get in the club, you had to have a dark, mysterious book based on the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
you just couldn't be on part of the writing circle.
It just wasn't Cosmic Horror without a weirdo book. But yeah. Yeah, this is definitely kind of a weird, crazy story. It's got plants in it. It's got space guys in it. I don't know.
and part of it, so Lovecraft could not compromise on what he wrote unless you gave him money.
Yeah.
Or he thought. And so there's a couple things like, the Walls of Eryx, or, his satire of Love, Sweet Amarad, but he doesn't publish any of those.
Yeah.
Robert E. Howard is this genius when it comes to the market.
Yeah.
He goes, I love writing Conan stories. They aren't going to sell anymore. Stop making them. In fact, he made more money writing about this dumb cowboy than he ever did by writing about Conan, because he understood markets.
Mm-hmm.
Smith is somewhere in between.
Yeah.
He gets the markets, he gets what's changing, but he still likes to write what he likes.
Yeah.
And I think in ways, because Smith started out as a really accomplished poet, and he gave up poetry to write weird fiction. And so he made one turn, and if he's going to give up a career of being, the next, whatever, Ambrose Bierce of poetry, he's going to write what he wants. And I think he liked to write what he thought was fun. I think he would want to have gone to Mars.
Sure, yeah. But yeah,
and very much, I think Vulthoom is the stereotypical alien in that he has a desire to conquer.
Sure, definitely.
Which probably comes from the human nature, but they'd all read War of the Worlds, so they kind of knew this is a Martian. You got to want to take over Earth.
Yeah.
But, yeah, as long as you're not expecting, as long as you're willing to put space in your cosmic horror, I think it's a good one.
Yeah. No, it's not one of my favorites or anything. This is the second or third time I've read this, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. It's moving up the list for sure. But yeah, no, it's a good one.
I just like the idea of the Satan on Mars.
Yeah.
I want to do a drag number about that.
But
yeah, and all those guys came out of this,
Yeah. But yeah. So if you want, definitely track down this story. Somehow the thing was like a gigantic plant with innumerable roots, pale and swollen, that ramified with a bulbular hole. This bowl, half hidden from view, was topped with a vermilion cap like a monstrous blossom, and the cup there grew an elfin figure, pearly-hued and formed with exquisite beauty and symmetry, a figure that turned its lily-puted face towards Haynes and spoke in the sounding voice of Vulthoom. So yeah, that's kind of the tone of Vulthoom and Clark Ashton Smith, to be honest. But
Yeah.
And apparently Vulthoom is a hot pixie chick in a bunch of Japanese video games.
okay.
Question mark. Or there's some weird art out there that thinks that he is.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
Yeah. There's a lot of crossover mythos, chibi girls in, but apparently.
No, you're right. I'm seeing it now that I Google.
Yeah. Make sure you have warning to the audience, and make sure that you have your protection up on your internet when you search for Vulthoom hot pixie chick. But yeah, it's apparently at least 2 or 3 games. It's a character or an NPC, or a character or an NPC is named after it.
interesting. But yeah, that's something I found out is that Vulthoom is possibly the sibling of Sithagwa, so I think that's pretty cool. And the son of Gizgeth, which I can't remember if we've gone over Gizgeth or not. Parchments of Nom.
Just briefly,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it's like more than likely, if anything, if we were going over the Parchments of Nom, which is the I believe has the family tree in it, but yeah, the story I believe, but yeah, yeah, family tree of Azathoth. Anyhow,
And that, if you are interested, that can be found online. But I believe it originally, I don't think it was ever published in Lovecraft's lifetime. I think it was just copied and sent around the circle.
Yeah.
So there was mentions of it, obviously, and people like Smith used it.
It was published. It was published in a fanzine called The Alkalite in 1944.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Clark Ashton Smith's 1934 family tree. There's a earlier family tree, I believe, that Lovecraft did in 1933, which is a bit more like in depth. But Clark Ashton Smith's like, here's my idea, and it just kind of switches off on Azathoth, on who's related to who, going from Kanathan Zoom to Azathoth, and like there's all kinds of different deities in there. Possibly Cthulhu, but just mentioned as Tulu. But yeah, no. Yeah, anyhow. I like this one. But yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it. He lives on Mars.
Yep. All right. Up next, we're going to be talking about something that didn't take place on Mars, but did involve two guys. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Every musician's got a ritual. Tuning, tone, distortion. Find the tools for yours at reverb.com. New, used, and waiting for you.
Hey everyone, we are back. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a 2010 horror comedy. It's got a bunch of people in it. I didn't realize it came out in 2010. I can't even remember when I saw it, but I confused it with, I think it was a French film that I saw that I thought had, I saw it when I was sick, and like I kind of mixed two movies up. But I have seen this movie in its entirety, and I saw another movie right after it, but it took place on a farm, and there was like, I thought it had mistaken identity, but it was like people being killed on purpose, and I was like, oh, okay, no, that's not how that one went. I have to figure out what that movie was called.
Sorry, there's people outside.
No problem.
Spider's just making sure that the family knows that there's people here.
Sure. Yeah, so, is a movie about mistaken identity. A bunch of teens go camping in West Virginia, and madness ensues.
There's definitely probably going to be spoilers, so like if you haven't seen it yet and you don't like spoilers, go watch it real fast and then come back.
We'll wait. Hey, you're back. Cool. Hope you like the movie. All right. So, yeah. Whose choice was this?
I think it was mine.
Okay,
It was.
So. Okay, cool. All right, Dave.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is underrated.
Oh,
I
yes,
agree.
absolutely.
As an actor in general, I think that, I mean, he's a lot more, you think Alan Tudyk, Wash, which was a great character for him, but yeah, no, he's got a lot of talent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I think he's a really good actor. I think he's a great character actor. I wish he just like appeared more as just like random people or something. I mean, he's just like pretty good. There was a show that he was in. I can't remember if it was Canadian or where he's an alien up north, but
Resident
we watched some of that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Resident Alien.
Yeah.
Which I have not seen. I've read the comics, but I have not seen.
He's the best part of it. Like, his acting is really good.
No, this is a fun movie. kind of misunderstanding.
Fun in the same way Evil Dead is fun. For
Yeah,
those
I
Sure.
who are still listening and haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Or Cabin in the Woods is fun.
yeah.
I just love the flipping the hillbilly trope on its head,
Yeah.
And then it's kind of a romantic comedy as well.
Yeah.
It works out in the end, so.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, Friday the 13th and all of those slashers, for sure.
Yeah. People get hurt on accident.
And on purpose.
And on purpose. It's this is the kind of film that I feel like easily they could do a sequel to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But a bunch of dumb college kids go out to the woods, are kind of, I don't know, I want to say classist, I guess, about a bunch of
Absolutely.
about a couple of guys who are just going out into the woods. They're from rural West Virginia, but they're not degenerates or anything. They're just gonna fix up a cabin and go fishing and stuff like that. It's anyhow. But these college kids are just kind of jerks about it, and they buy a abandoned lakefront cabin, which used to belong to
the college kids start killing themselves on accident.
Yeah, but the funny thing is the cabin used to belong to probably a serial killer. So
yeah. And surprise, maybe the serial killer is one of the college kids.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Related.
Or their children, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, no, this is kind of a film. It's how's this gonna get any worse? And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And it's how are they gonna get out of this? Not in tone at all, but Red State, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
Had this feeling of it just kept getting worse and more and more and more. And Green Room also had that feel where it just kept getting more and more intense. And
I had camping trips that had that feeling.
This has kind of that feeling, but it's a lot more comedic. It's just oh no, this can't get any worse. Oh no, what's gonna happen now? It's oh no, and then it's towards the end they really ramp up the oh no, probably shouldn't have had that big pile of flammable liquid stored there.
I love the back and forth point of view too, because from the hillbillies' point of view, it's oh my god, these college students are they making a suicide pact? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then the college students, of course, immediately think that the hillbillies are trying to kill them. But
so I'm not sure if this is what it meant. And again, it was over a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
But more now than any time else, Americans do not necessarily understand Americans from a different background or point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is kind of, not to bring things down, but it's kind of a comedic take on that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They're two different societies. They don't understand the other society, believe the propaganda about the others, and they try to explain their actions from their point of view, or what would happen if they were doing those things.
Sure.
And in a lot of ways, I think it's a great analogy for America as we throw ourselves in a wood chipper.
That's the best scene.
Yikes.
Swatting at bees with the chainsaw.
Yeah, no, this movie is pretty intense.
And that's a hard balance.
Yeah.
That's a hard. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say it was horrific, but it was intense. I think is the right word.
Yeah. No, and most of the time, violence isn't, or like death isn't caused by like violence against people. It is, but it's like by accident.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
people
yeah.
harming themselves,
And again, kind of this analogy, both sides were willing to assume the worst of each other.
Yeah, yeah.
These kids are trying to commit suicide. These
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
trying to kill us.
Yeah. But and it's like the deaths are kind of like grisly, but not well. It's the deaths are kind of terrible and stuff, but they're not like terribly grisly. It's not like gore fests or anything like that, except for. I think the chipper is kind of gross, but everything else is just kind of like and the weed whacker thing. I mean, whatever that thing was supposed to be. I took off that woman's face. It's like, what implement is that?
They knew there was a fine line too, because I was watching something where they were talking about how there was originally like a line that one of them said. It was not Alan Tudyk's character, but the other character said something about after another kid killed himself. He was like, you're not supposed to be killing yourself out here. You're supposed to be doing it like at school or something like that, like something along those lines. And they decided that was a little too dark, and they cut it.
They had a line. I have to admit, one of my favorite lines is after, they try to do the mediation and, building blows up. I'm the worst therapist.
Yeah. No, I want to say, I don't know how this film did in the theaters.
Not very well. It was like very limited release. And it just barely broke even basically. But it's definitely become like kind of a cult classic. Like people are like now like discovering it and have been since it like came out on video or DVD, whatever. I'm old.
Yeah, I definitely saw it on streaming on Netflix at some point in time.
Yeah, we just randomly saw it at Walmart and bought it. We're like, this sounds kind of interesting, and we were happy that it was like worth buying.
Yeah, I think I saw it first on Netflix.
Fun time.
Yeah.
Nice. No, it's a fun one. If you like your horror movies, I definitely recommend it. If you like comedy horror movies, I highly recommend it. If you like comedy with a little bit of gore, I highly recommend it. If you like Alan Tudyk, I highly recommend it. I'm trying to think.
If you like romantic comedies, you might even like it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
As long as you don't mind the gore.
Yeah. If you like movies about like country people being smarter than city folk, you might like this movie.
And that's another thing I like, kind of, is it takes the concept of intelligence.
Yeah.
There's different degrees of intelligence.
Sure.
He knew all these trivia facts, but, he wasn't book learned.
Sure.
I think that's a very good creative approach.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. I recommend it. I say check it out from the library if you have a big library that has a lot of horror movies, or check it out on Netflix, or do whatever you have to do to watch it. Anything. No, not anything. Don't beat someone up and steal their copy or.
I can't remember. I feel like it might have been on Tubi that I watched it.
Yeah, that's where I watched it. Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah.
There's some other places to watch it, and I just was like, you know what? I don't mind commercials. I can get up and go do stuff.
Yeah.
It's the secret. It's like, we get it for free, and we don't have to watch the commercial. But, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, anything up and coming with all y'all?
Just getting through my New Year's show, and then I just have a few things in January, mostly rest.
All right. This will probably come out in time. We will be at Fan Expo on Saturday, January 17th at the Oregon Convention Center in Portland, Oregon. So we'll have 2 panels going on, and I'm going to say it's at room B17, B117, or no?
No, they're right there. They're both going to be Bs, but they're in 2 different rooms. One, I believe, is at 145. The other's at 345.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we're going to have to move rooms.
All right.
So come follow us in a couple rooms.
And let's see. We will be talking about next week The Color Out of Space by H.P. Lovecraft and the film Pearl, 2022. And that episode will be out on Friday, the 16th of January. So you're listening to that today. All right. And up next, we'll have The Treader of the Dust by Clark Ashton Smith. The film is Love Witch 2016. After that, we'll have The Black Abbot by Clark Ashton Smith, Some Strange Days 1995. And that'll wrap us up for January. Then we've got, I don't know, we might have to trim some of those. It's like, I don't think...
It's New Year's Eve. Maybe after I finish up with my family, maybe I'll watch Strange Days.
Ooh.
Since it takes place on a New Year's Eve.
Yeah. All right. I might have to move some of these to next season just so that we can have the rest of January off. All right. Okay, everyone. So we'll see you next time. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with all of these movies. And we'll talk to you sometime in the near future. And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, that was a good episode.
Hey, so I'm...
Welcome to Innsmouth, stranger.
Hi, I'm Rob Huyton from the Innsmouth Book Club. Join me and my fellow guide John Chadwick as we take you on a fortnightly tour of Innsmouth. We visit places such as the Picture House, the Library and Innsmouth Museum to discuss all aspects of weird fiction, whether it be book, film, music, TV or art. As well as that, we stop over at the Gilman House to have a chat with a resident guest. That includes authors, artists, musicians, in fact Lovecraftian creatives of all types. You can find our free shows on Patreon, and there you can also sign up as a patron, which brings you bonus content, plus a monthly PDF copy of Innsmouth News, which features articles, author spotlights, all the latest news and reviews, and more. You can find us at patreon.com/InnsmouthBC. We hope to see you soon, because remember, Innsmouth isn't just a place, it's a state of mind.